What's up, you guys? This is Bo. Bo is here. Today I'm going to attempt to install a 12 volt AC. This is a Dometic RTX2000. This is my first time installing an AC, so please bear with me. There's not a lot of videos out there. This product is fairly new, and I am going to install it, and I want to share this video with you just in case it helps you. You're planning to install one on your own, maybe a little bit more details than the other videos I have seen. And first I want to show you when my order arrived, what I got, which made me a little bit confused. Alright, as you can see, my unit is already on the roof of the van. It's 72 pounds. If you don't have a forklift like me, you will need human power to help you lift it up there. And so what I received, total of 3 boxes, that main unit there, and then I received 2 different universal kits boxes. So go with this one first. Okay, this one, it has the this is the cover panel. This is where your AC from underneath. This is where it's gonna be the enclosed from the bottom. And I find out also it's really bulky. As you'll see other videos of people are saying the same thing, and it is bulky. You can see this is extra space right here that would take up your ceiling. So a lot of people will opt out not to use it. You can just build your own framing, enclose all around the unit, the controller. Okay, you can see just empty space. And then there are 2 of these. Alright, so these are called the fastening holder. So these will go underneath your ceiling to secure your unit, climb it down tight from the bottom. So the 2 of these. And then I have a bundle of these cables. Okay, these are the plugs like this. Okay, the 2 kinds. I'll explain to you what these plugs are for. And then it's a smaller size cable. Okay, and then the seal. These are rubber seals, smaller, about 1 inch thick, and that for that box. So I was wondering, the connector on the unit is bigger. I don't know what it's this connector for. I couldn't find where to connect it. So then I open another box. Right, so this box, it's another bundle of wires, and that is the connector for the unit. This is a 12 volt unit. Okay, so I am thinking, because I called a couple places, they were thinking that I'm talking about the big cable and the small cable here. That's what they're referring to. But I think I'm receiving another extra kind of cable. I'm thinking this cable is for either the 24 volt or for the different model RTX1000. That's what it's for, I think, because there's no place to plug this. Now back to this one. Okay, the unit is designed for a truck. So this right here is your battery voltage sensor. You hook it to the unit and then at the end you connect it to your batteries, so the unit monitors your battery levels. It doesn't kill your batteries. That's for the truck. In our case, it's different. We are in the camper van. We're using the battery, which is the solar powered, and then AC to DC to DC charger and all of that stuff. They said you don't have to connect this, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'll just leave it. Okay, and then it comes with the huge wire loom. Okay, also you guys, if you plan to install these, this is almost an inch and about half an inch thick, and it's almost an inch. So make sure you have the room, the gap, that you can route these wires. Keep that in mind. I was not prepared for this big of wire. Okay, and then here is the rubber seal for this. Okay, it's huge. Okay, this is almost about 1.5 inches thick and about an inch, 1.5 inches wide, almost an inch thick. Okay. Again, I think the smaller one is for the smaller unit. And then you got your booklet here and the quick installation guide. Okay, I'm gonna show you why I think it's a 24 volt. As you can see right here, here is the connector and the picture of the truck, and it says 24 volt right here. Okay, and everything else is the same. And there's another picture that shows a 12 volt and a 24 volt. Where did it go? Oh, right here. Okay, so just in case you receive the same thing that I did, and then you got your whole instruction right here, and then you got all the hardware right here, which I will go through when we install this up there. And then you have a bag of, so this is your fuse holder for the 2 amp fuse. 2 amp fuse also provided. That is for that battery sensor, which I'm not going to use. And I have, this is a fuse holder. It's a 200 amp fuse holder, and this unit here requires 80 amps, which they also provide the fuse for the 80 amps that you can connect it to your next to your batteries, and also the battery connector that can connect to your fuse to the batteries. Whoa, keep on dropping stuff. Okay, and that's it for this. What else? And now we're going to prepare the roof and cut the hole, because there's a template that came with it. Drop again. There's a template that came with it, and they said this is too big. It's supposed to be like 15.3 by 18 something, and this is way too big. So we're gonna measure and maybe cut the template with the hole to try it on first. So when you try to locate your location where you are going to install, keep in mind the RTX2000, you can put it up to 20 degrees tilt, versus the 1000 RTX1000 is only 8 degrees tilting. And again, this is designed for the roof of the truck, and the roof of the truck is ankle slanted. Okay, let's go take a look at the making the template. Here's the bottom of the unit, you guys. As you can see, this is the connector right here. and there's no other place to connect the other cable. Okay, so we are going to pre-install these threaded nuts first. Okay, there are 4 of these, and on each corner there are holes right here. It marks for number 6 or number 7. These are number 6. It's a bigger one. It's a 6mm one, and we are going to go ahead, insert that. So here I have screwed in all the number 6s and the number 7s all around. The number 6 is where you're gonna screw in the fastener from the bottom, and this is for attaching your enclosure if you decided to put it. Okay, I'm going to measure the opening right here where you're gonna cut the holes. So it's actually only 13.5, but you're gonna cut at 14. It's okay, so 14 this way. This is the, what's your front? All right, this is the rear, and this is the front. Okay, so forward, backward way, this is 14 inches, and you go this way, it's like 14.5, but we're gonna cut it, let's say we cut at 15.5, just to give it a little bit more. Oh, wait a minute, I think you need to cut it bigger because you have to have clearance to screw this from the bottom. Okay, so it's gonna be, I'm gonna cut it at 16 inches. The template that they give, it's well, it's 15.5 this way, and 19 this way. So the 19 is because of the cable right here. All right, I'm gonna leave it as a 15 1/4 here, and then I will cut, this is the width. Okay guys, I end up cutting the hole the same size as the manufacturer's recommended. I'll tell you the reason, but you can go, if you want to cut just enough to fit this, you can go this way. You can go 16.5, because you have to pass this, because you have to screw. Okay, when you put it down, you have to be able to screw into here, so you cannot be so tight. Okay, so 16.5 will be fine, but you gotta leave room for the cable right here to hang down. So, and that is about 3 inches. So what I did is I go ahead and cut at 19 and straight down. That's because my situation is I landed on, if I cut it on 16.5, I landed on one of these ribs right here on this side, and it's just more difficult to tape it to make it even, but though I still have to deal with one side because I cannot go any bigger than that. So I'm gonna still have to put the spotter tape all around it, but at least I have one smooth side. There's a reason I choose it. I choose this spot here. This is right above the bench seat. Ideally you want to put it like more in the middle of the van, right? So you can have more air on both sides, but in my case it doesn't make sense, because right here I have enough spots for it, and then the next one, this is too small, okay, and then the next one I cannot because I will have a shower right here. All right, and more to the back, I already have the fan on the back there, so right here will be good for me. Okay, what I'm gonna do next is apply this putty tape all around it to level it with this rib right here, and then we are going to run this seal all around it. Okay, so the manufacturer recommends to have the connection on the back, so that's the front, so have this connection here on the back side, and then put a seal at the connection, so we can start from here and run it all around and then join it back right here, and then we're going to apply the seal. This is the same sealant. This is flexible sealant that this is the lap sealant. Here I put the glue all around from the outside, and before we install the unit, we're gonna put one more strip of glue up here. So I put on the outside and then on inside. Here we go, you guys. The unit is dropped in, and let's take a look at the gap down here. You can see, I cannot see from here, too low, but yeah, it looks really tight. They're all good seal right now. So I'm going to underneath and tie up screws. Take a look from the bottom. Okay, now you guys know why this hole has to be cut a little bit larger than the unit, because we need to access that nut right there, so we can attach this crossbar right here. Okay, we'll put the screw through that hole and attach to that, to the top, to bring the unit, to secure the unit down. Okay, so what I just find out right now, that okay, this is the bolt that they supplies. It has the nut and the washer. So when I let me put this camera down and I explain. Alright, so this is how we're supposed to bolt it down. Okay, first you put your, go ahead, put the nut inside the screw first, and then your lock washer and the washer. Then you run it through here, and then go ahead and just screw it to the top. Okay, and then when you start tightening it down, you only turn the nut here without turning the whole screw, so that you can go ahead tighten down the whole unit. Well, in my case, I cannot do that, so I'm going to go ahead and screw the whole thing. Okay, one good thing is using the taller rubber seal, it brings the unit up higher, so you have more clearance under here. Right now it's sitting about 2 inches off. When I put the ceiling, it's gonna be just right there. So, which means this is the enclosure right here that they supplied. You can see how big, how bulky it is. So if I use this after I put my ceiling, it's gonna be just like that, flashed, which also looks great. You have clearance underneath, you have more clearance. So I'm gonna see after I install everything, let's see which one I'm gonna use, either the enclosure or just build my own frame. Just to look at this, you guys. Doesn't it look great? I am happy with it. Okay, so this wire, this plug here, it's gonna be hidden in here. Okay, so my advice is, when you tighten these screws down, these bolts down, don't screw one all the way. Screw a little bit here, the one across, and go all around a little bit at a time. Otherwise you're gonna pull one side too much and not the other side. So yes, work your way around, and then read your manual to see what's the manufacturer's recommendation for your what do you call the tension, the torque, and then when you are done, before you're done, go ahead and measure the depth of the face right here. See how much it hangs down, okay, to make sure they're all even. Otherwise you will have one side lower, one side is higher, and then that's when you know you're done, when it's all even out. Okay, this is pretty much done. I just have to wrap my wire and connect to the battery, and then a couple days when the glue is cured, I'm going to pour the water and run the water test, leak test, to make sure it's all good before we enclose everything. Okay, with that being said, thank you so much for watching. I hope this gives you a lot of information and gives you ideas of how you install this. It wasn't that bad. It just takes some time to think. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and share. Okay, I will see you the next episode for the updates on the van build. Thank you so much.